Thank you for sharing.
Shoutout. Komm, ich mach das hier irgendwas. I'll book the appointment for you. Selim manages my LinkedIn DMs. I manage his Instagram DMs. Sounds like a fair trade to me.
Der Typ hat eine Antwortzeit innerhalb von 5 Minuten. Was ist das für eine geile Client Journey? Würde ich mir auch wünschen als Kunde. Muss man halt bei Notus, ja, einfach mal reinklopfen.
I'm reading the Content Founder newsletter. What's the tagline? The #1 spot for personal branding and creator-first companies. Yeah, that's we have was it the 7th issue today.
So we send it out every 2 weeks. We have a list of just under 2,000 people. So nothing big, nothing crazy. We've just been growing it very slow and steadily through our educational email course. That was our first email.
I think it's to this day the biggest contributor to email list signups.
But also the Notion content Gumroad template.
That's correct.
Also crushed it.
Yeah, so our educational email course is, I think, the biggest asset that we have right now for collecting emails. But for the newsletter, I think the name of the game has been really quality over quantity. We've been trying to just pack as much value into the newsletter as possible, get a consistent output on a bi-weekly basis. I like how it's been going. How about you?
Hard to measure the ROI of the newsletter itself so far. It's not like we've gotten immediate sales requests or sold stuff through the newsletter yet. So the conversion mechanism is not as strong as it might be, For example, the personal brand hub, our paid product, I don't think we sold it ever through the newsletter directly. But I am getting a lot of feedback from people that they like it. We got a good open rate, I think 55% upwards. And so I see it as a long-term asset, and the more we just keep on giving value, the more people be like, oh, now they got a proper thing they sell or an event or whatever, let's do it.
I mean, I think that's kind of the takeaway for all of this. I mean, for LinkedIn content, for YouTube long-form content, for the newsletter, there's never going to be, or at least right now, there's no way to attribute, conversions or whatever to a specific LinkedIn post to whatever. That's the notion of dark social content. Chris Walker always talks about it. You don't need to have a very clear attribution structure for every single LinkedIn post that you put out. If you notice that it works, and for us, it's LinkedIn is our main channel. It's we're generating all of our revenue through LinkedIn, even though we can't track the attribution of every single LinkedIn post. And I think that's why it's such a competitive advantage, because a lot of B2B marketers, especially, I think, shy away from that stuff. Especially the performance marketers who are used to have very clear CAC numbers and very clear,
cost per acquisition.
Exactly, yeah, cost per acquisition. Yeah, I think if you can just play, we always talk about this, the infinite game. If you play the compounding game, and you trust that if you create high quality content, even if you can't track it 100%, there will be exponential upside over the long term.
But as you said, it's the infinite game of having these micro touch points and positive perception about yourself by sharing your story, as much value as possible through tactical advice and learnings and whatever, and then being top of mind when people are ready to make a decision. And a newsletter, for example, is just another distribution channel for us where we're independent of LinkedIn, and at the same time we can try and integrate some conversion mechanisms like a waitlist or a launch or whatever. So yeah, it's been fun. We're slowly rolling it out and integrating it into our offer stack for our existing clients. Because so far for our clients, what we do is what has been working for us, which is the LinkedIn personal branding content engine. But now we've validated the educational email course lead magnet motion with the newsletter motion. We've upsold 2 existing partners to also have newsletters. And we are now prepping to integrate it into our proper offer stack for Q1 2025. Because we're just continuing to solve our own problems, looking at what works and what doesn't, and then what sticks at the wall. That's the stuff that we then also offer to our partners, and also create modules around in our academy. And that's our content flywheel. And that's what we're doing at the end of the day. We're building a creator-first company in the B2B space, applying the media playbook to ourselves, doubling down on YouTube. Once we figured this out properly and validated, we might just add it to our offer stack as well.
True.
That's so
interesting.
yeah, a whole lot of fun, and hope we can share as much as possible with you all as well, so you can take our learnings and apply them to your own journeys.
That's the game. Back to work.
How do you know the way I feel? You got me losing my mind. Oh.
Bist du dann? Selim mit dem Team.
Bist du ein bisschen hinterher mit der Timeline jetzt?
Überhaupt nicht, kein Stück.
Boah. Give me a face kick. On.
Just recorded 4 lessons for the academy that I needed to record in this week. Smoother than I had expected. Glad I got it done. Pretty done overall now. Ready for a little break or something. And yeah, so nice. Actually finished sooner than I expected. So we wrapped that up. We had a client kickoff 2 hours before I started my recording session. Also caught up with a good friend of mine and a freelancer that we've been working with for a long time, and just aligning on capacities and most important projects for Q4. But also, brainstorming about, a potential sub-agency or something like that. We'll see. Just planting the seeds here. And then I had my podcast with Matthias Rosini during lunch. It was a LinkedIn live stream, and I'm going to publish it to YouTube as well. Probably will have seen it by the time this video goes out. And yes, good day. Last thing on my agenda is to review some content for my LinkedIn profile, as well as review a post for a client of ours, which is like a special project type thing. And then I'm done. But friends, I'm not alone. Look at these guys. What a cute co-working setup here. And also, shout out to all the women, all the females on our team, because it isn't just this, Boy Scout group here. No. The team is bigger. It's just us 4 that made it to Spain. But shout out to y'all. That's the thumbnail, ladies and gentlemen. That's the thumbnail. I'll be patient with you, no more fighting.
Oh baby, come in, yeah, come in. I cannot fathom this life without
Ich packe meine Tasche, packe mir eine Sporthose, ein T-Shirt.
I gotta take a nap today. Good morning. Hast du noch einen Tipp für jemanden, der auch so sein möchte?
Ja. Mein Tipp an, ich würde einfach mal sagen, die jüngere Version von mir selbst, die immer so werden wollte, wie ich es heute bin, ist tatsächlich einfach mehr Bizep-Curls zu machen. Das habe ich echt nicht priorisiert. New Levels, New Devils. Okay. Ich dachte immer, Mindset hier, Mindset da, habe ich schon durchgespielt, aber das Game hat mich auch. Hier oben immer klar bleiben in der Birne, weißt du? Und ist ja keine statische Sache hier. Wir wandeln uns und entwickeln uns, die Umstände verändern sich. Neue Programme laden wir drunter, alte löschen wir. Und das ist Constant Change. Und da muss man einfach offen für sein. Ich hatte teilweise Momente im Leben, wo ich mir dachte, hey komm, ich habe doch schon genug gearbeitet. Jetzt bin ich hier schon durch mit dem Mindset. Das habe ich durch die Mindset Week von Sam Owens. Habe ich schon zweimal angeschaut. Das wollte ich mir nicht mehr anschauen. Falsches Mindset.
Okay, thank you for sharing.
Danke,
bis dann.
Ich wäre auch mal eine deutsche Porsche.
Ja.
Ja, kann man auch mal machen. just working on the setup deliverables for a new project that is kicking off tomorrow, actually. And so since, every project starts the same, we collect all the info that we can get on the client and then draft a strategy, a content blueprint, so to say, and then also their kind of profile revamp of their LinkedIn profile. And the cool thing is about our setup process, shout out head of fulfillment over there who made sure that it runs smoothly, is that we collect a lot of data up front using our onboarding questionnaire that we send out before the actual kickoff meeting happens. So right after the sales quote is signed, actually, which already gathers a lot of key data on the person, on the company, on their, on the market. And we can use that to make a draft of the strategy and already get a really good understanding of the client before we actually kick off the project. And eventually, this basically allows us to be ahead of the schedule before the schedule or even starts. So that's what I'm working on right now. And
what's one piece of advice you would give to Max Hartmann 3 months ago, like your 3 month younger version?
Good one. That was 1 month into notus. Be very disciplined about your calendar, but also disciplined about taking breaks. I think about 3 months ago was when I really started to get the hang of my calendar and starting to get a feel of how long certain tasks take, like writing a copy, for example. And that's why, I was prioritizing my calendar, but I wasn't very disciplined about my time blocks. And now discipline about my time blocks is everything, because I know that if I, schedule something into my calendar and I know how long it will take, I know that I will get it done if I just stick to the time block. But at the same time, it's also important to schedule in breaks. Like I didn't schedule a lunch, which kind of led to me filling my days with like 12 hours of tasks with very little breaks, which was very exhausting and kind of set me back for a little bit. And then I was like, okay, I gotta schedule a break. So yeah, I think calendar management is something that all content strategists should really prioritize. And learn from this guy, learn from the best. Yeah.
We're stuck in traffic and I read through the pages that I could read without a Wi-Fi connection, and there seems to be an issue with my hotspot. So I guess I'm gonna do some chilling. So probably play some chess online, chess.com. Shout out.
What's one piece of advice you would give to Luca from 8 months ago?
How many months were you into notus then?
2 or 3. Probably to be a bit more chill and not so hard on yourself. It's gonna be alright. You try your best, man. You got this. It's gonna be fine. But at the same time, I think that kind of hard, pushy, that's a really hard and narrow balance, to not be hard on yourself, but at the same time grow really fast. And that's something that puts me in a bit of a predicament, because I read so many books on people management, and it's very obvious that positive reaffirmation leads to better outcomes, but I kind of haven't realized it for myself. So maybe that's something that I gotta work on, where I believe that I've always been quite hard on myself, but it also led to good results. So maybe I have kind of a recency bias towards being hard on myself, instead of just being how I manage everybody else around me, which is constructive and kind feedback.
Would you agree with that?
With what exactly?
That he's constructive and kind with his feedback?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, so be a bit nicer to yourself. It's gonna be alright.
I think it's also easier to be nice to other people and give constructive feedback to other people, because you're not worried about hurting your own emotions, right? It's like you have responsibility for yourself and yourself only if you give yourself feedback, but you're also responsible for the other person, and you can't control their emotional state. So that's, it's really easy to I was having a monologue about
keep going.
So yeah, I mean, yeah. Moral of the story: it's really easy to give advice and be good at giving advice to other people, like valid advice, but it's hard to take that advice and implement it for yourself. And that's another thing about, if we're talking about giving advice never includes execution of said advice. Taking advice always includes execution of that advice, which makes it inherently harder because talking is always easier than doing.
Thank you for sharing.
Shoutout. Komm, ich mach das hier regellos. I'll book the appointment for you. Selim manages my LinkedIn DMs. I manage his Instagram DMs. Sounds like a fair trade to me.
Unas cualidades ya para...
¿No era que Messi lo conocía cuando era jovencito? What's good, broski?
Just wrapped up a beautiful day in Barcelona, Soho House, grinding.
Yeah, we hit the gym this morning after a short night of sleep that I could start feeling in the afternoon. And so, lovely, lovely day here in Barcelona, 28 degrees, sun was out. The group was thriving despite feeling a little cloudy. And we ended the day with just, the key takeaway being that, not every day has to be the perfect, productive day. There's days like today where you didn't sleep as much, you're a little tired, and you keep on smiling, and you realize that you keep on just making fucking moves. One breath at a time. Now, it's like, you compare this to where we were at 3 months ago, And some of you might have remembered the vlogs from the first trip to Spain. That was Q3. Now we're in Q4 / approaching Q4. And man, it's crazy in hindsight how much progress we've made in those 3 months. Forget about the perfect quarterly plan and like a scorecard or whatever else. Just like the amount of progress we've made in so many different areas, and just looking at the confidence that every single person here and in the company, the confidence that everyone is accumulating because of just the sheer reps that we're doing at such a high speed that sometimes can be overwhelming to some people. And it's dynamic and ever evolving, but man, when you take those breaths and you look back at what happened the past 3 months and the momentum we have right now and the awesome people.
But now you have to share 3 key takeaways.
3 key takeaways from Q3. Well, the first one is it's all about the people. Like, just having 6, 7 people that I've known for a while, some more, some less, and all of them just, fully aligning with the, values of the company and what we're trying to do here together. Just in agreement of that, and individually just growing, facing challenges, overcoming them, and playing positive sum games with everyone else from the team. And we got 6, 7, 8, 10 plus people that all could be like, individual business partners for other ventures. That's when the magic really begins. And that's also why I'm kind of like, solopreneur, this, that, la la la. Man, 8 billion people, 8 billion companies, and it's all about them positive sum games, baby. That's number 1. Number 2, clarity and offer, and then just cleaning up sales process. And I don't have to hop on discovery calls anymore. Not that I don't like them, but it used to be dependent on me taking on every single sales opportunity to generate revenue for the business. Now, Selim transitioning from operations to sales and partnerships, he's now fully running sales. And we could do a whole video about your journey, bro, because it was a rocky one, but a good one as well. And fuck, we never had so much momentum with this boy. And then you have these 2 folks there. Anyway, I was talking about sales, so takeaway number 2 is just simplify, and I'm relating this to our offer and sales. And so we cleaned up our offer stack. We focused on just one done-for-you personal brand takeover flagship service with modular upsales to go from not just LinkedIn personal branding to also newsletters and lead magnets. We finished our Content Strategist Academy and we onboarded the first 5, I think, clients now to the first version. We now came out with the second product, the coaching. That also, like, it's just an evolution of the problems that our potential customers have, because we didn't map out and say, let's do this coaching now. No, it's because 5 active customers have that coaching service because they just naturally evolved into that. You know, people like Ellen Fry, Sam Kurat, and many others. So offer, simplify. And then the third one is just the importance of, like, as you have one offer, just having one client journey and then just fucking nailing the fulfillment engine by mapping out every step that your internal team, the project leads, go through and then the client goes through. And making it, like, the system needs to be so good that the worst person possible could still get the job done. And then imagine you have that system, but with f***ing A players. That's what we're doing here, you know? So number 3 was just fulfillment, and it's more a milestone than a takeaway, but I'm almost not required in fulfillment anymore, yet we deliver a service that, you know, I will be proud of and I am proud of, and I always have my touch in, and I'm fully integrated because I'm also my own client. And we're all our own clients. So number 4 milestone is also the creator program. We have 6 active LinkedIn faces. This one coming up next, baby.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I could
Maybe
go
already live when this is up.
You probably are. We probably are. Yeah. Anyway, we're hungry. Luca and Max are plotting in the front.
So we can actually get to the food because we're going to on a screen.
Okay.
And we're gonna get some bowls, probably, right? Super crazy bowls, really healthy, like awesome bowls. So we're gonna do look at the city. It's beautiful.
Rompe la calle siempre que sale, ahora todo el mundo la quiere, ya está trending. Mano, tú te mereces una Belkin, que está por roncando chavo.
Just came back from a beautiful Selim. The weather has just been fantastic the last few days. 27 degrees. Today, Friday, I will first work on our website, specifically on our content hub. So kind of like our blog post content engine, and just establishing a workflow where we consistently turn our newsletters into blog posts. And we also make sure that we constantly update our testimonials and case studies on the website. And so that just is an ongoing workflow that needs to be established once and then continued forever. Then I have a call about tech and software stuff. Then we have a client kickoff. So I'm gonna host the call / lead the call and then hand it over to our content strategist to officially start the personal brand takeover. Then I have a sales call. Then I have a call with an external consultant, our finance guy. Then we have our Fridays with Notus. That's our Friday checkout, a casual 30 minutes walk and talk type catch up with the entire team. Then I have one-on-ones, expectation meetings with the core team. And then that's Friday. So checking out lots of meetings, just closing the loops as always, and get another good night's sleep, good dinner. And then tomorrow, Saturday, we will work throughout the day until 6 p.m.
That's kind of our cutoff date. That's where we go through all of the homework that everyone on the team completed. So the Q3 review and the Q4 planning, based on the briefing I had shared. Tomorrow is when we will review, discuss, and implement any changes necessary so that Sunday we can take the day off, plan the week in the evening, and then start Monday fresh and clear. So that's the outlook. Super happy about how it's been so far. And we're kind of just leaning towards doing Q1 2025 here in Barcelona. January till March-ish. You know, could be. Finish sipping his coffee. Get back to work. Let's go. Let's do it. Next one. Let's go. Let's do it.
This life without you. Come in. This feels like home now. Come in and stay here, baby.
Boom. Kickoff. Check.
Come on.
First kickoff for Max Raabman, right? First kickoff call?
Yeah, I think so. I think we had one with Sam maybe, but that wasn't.
Perhaps.
Yeah. But first proper, I think. Proper.
Yeah. Any feedback?
No, it was good. I think it was very nice. Cool guy. Made it very calming to know that he's excited for the project. You obviously led the call well. I was properly prepped, so ultimate peace of mind and excited for the project.
Yeah, that was so smooth.
Yeah.
So the way we do it is they fill out onboarding questionnaire when they start a new project with us, and then we have our kickoff call that we use to present the project teams, repeat the deliverables and the scope of work, check in on the goals and what will make this project successful, as well as understanding their sales and marketing status quo and any other stakeholders that we should be aware of, and then just really blocking in every single time slot that they need to stick to over the next 6 weeks to make the setup sprint successful and timely. And we did that. It went super well. Great guy. Very excited for this project. And this guy's gonna crush it. He's the lead content strategist.
I'm really excited for the project, actually. I think first time that it's really subject matter, because it is, it's a very subject matter topic, very industrial topic, that's not easy to understand, but I'm excited to kind of dig into it. I've already, prepped myself well. Just completely new field, completely new topic that I've never even heard of. So it's also nice to just learn new stuff that you've never really heard about and talk to a literal expert in the field. And help them, do proper marketing, personal branding. And it's also crazy to see that, it's a pretty big company, and they have, you think it's every big company has perfect marketing operations. Talk about, they have a white paper or something to collect the emails, and they're not doing anything with it. And it's okay, damn. You do some good work there.
Bro, that was my main thing too. When he told us about the current sales process and their marketing status quo, I was like, damn, there's so much value we can provide to companies on these things that we are just improving and learning ourselves as we go. Yeah. That just gets me really excited.
Yeah, nice. Awesome.
I now have a sales call / partnership call, and then we keep it moving. Quick recap of your day so far, Luca.
I had 2 deep dives, so there's 4 hours of
2 deep dive interviews in one day.
this. But that's it was just amazing podcast to listen to, since our team hosted both of them. Great people too to talk to. Like always, straight input for my work. I can just listen to it as one-on-one expertise that you can't get anywhere else from super and highly successful people. So it's the dream.
And now what's left?
Not a lot. I actually was about to go to the beach and take a swim, but then I got a really positive message from a client that just received our setup deliverables, and now I just want to answer that excitement. Amazing feedback, actually.
That's huge.
Good stuff, yeah. I see the big contract coming up next year.
Yeah.
Sure. Pretty good feeling. Pretty good feeling, man.
All right. Beautiful. Thank you for the update.
No
I'm
worries.
looking forward to our one-on-one in a couple of minutes.
Sure.
Halt mich an meinen Blog, Männer.
What you gonna work on now after our beautiful expectation meeting?
Just booking even more meetings.
Let's go.
Wir sind gerade dabei, AI in unsere Immobilien zu integrieren, jada. Also mehr so die persönlichen Insights, die persönliche Story reinzubringen, als so was mehr.
And Max Rabmann once again doing quality assurance and giving feedback to our internal content strategist team how to improve content pieces. And that's that. Today, Friday, I have now the one-on-one with Luca, then one-on-one with Tim from the YouTube video team. And you're probably gonna see this, Tim, for when this vlog comes out. So looking forward to talking to you. And yeah, that's one of those days where, for me, in kind of like the CEO seat, it's a lot about just aligning the team and making sure that everyone on the team has the right trajectory and the right environments to thrive and do what they need to do to help the business grow. So, yeah, it's been great. Gonna have those 2 one-on-ones and then small admin tasks for like an hour, and then that's the Friday, that's the week, and then tomorrow Saturday. We're gonna keep it rolling.
Ich könnte ja auch Sachen aufnehmen oder Voice-Overs machen.
All good. How are you?
I'm buzzing. Like every time we talk, I'm buzzing. And this is kind of like an inception moment here. Kind of a mind-bending moment because...
In 2 days, I'm gonna edit this footage right here.
Yeah, do you want to tell anything to yourself? Like
Should
for
I?
like the cozy editing sesh? Like anything you want to tell yourself?
I just have to stay cool while editing, don't panic, and everything will be all fine.
Shout out to you, Tim. You can please tag yourself in the edit. You can tag yourself, okay? Let's go.
In the music. Everybody.
Alright guys, today we're back at it, Gula Burger. Time for another review. Almost finished it today, 3 patties, extra jalapenos, cheeseburger. And my rating last time was 8.0. But today with this new special order, extra jalapenos from my boy Luca, I would rate it with a solid 8.8. Really good.
It's good.
It's good. How do you feel, Marvin?
I'm good. I'm good.
Put it on you.
No, it's fine. You can leave it like this. How you doing, bro?
Pretty good. Great weather. Great day. And yeah, did everything right. Early night. And now I'm for the day.
What's the plan?
Work.
Sunday?
Sunday. Already did the run and swim thing, so that's good. Now I had a little breakfast. Second coffee is coming, and then some work, and I guess as soon as I'm done, I just go back to chilling at the beach again.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And then tomorrow back home.
Hey, you looking forward?
Yeah. I think the weather's gonna be a tough break, but I don't know, I'm excited to be home.
Morning coffee at Bonanza.
100%. Maybe it won't be so long until we're back.
Hey, let's see.
Hey, was
Sunday coffee. Just beautiful here, Mataro. Calm Sunday. We just took a seated. Now we got a double espresso and a flat white because why not?
Wow.
Had a rough day yesterday. A little hungover. I gotta go into too much detail.
Rearranging his calendar about 32 minutes after we were supposed to actually leave. What do you say? Get it closer.
Yeah. I want to chew on this one like Hermosi does before answering Chris Williamson's questions.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't rearrange your calendar, someone else will. So
Ja?
let that sink in.
That's a good for a second.
Für so 2-3 Stunden da eigentlich. Das krieg ich noch vor.
Wann kommt es?
Pacemaker.
Wie spät ist es?
Good morning, my friends. It is Monday. It's the last day of September, and I got a little bit of a cold, so ginger shot, lots of water, double espresso. Got 2 days left here in Barcelona, and just gonna focus on recovering and feeling healthy. Today, Monday, means leadership alignment, prepping the week, getting everyone aligned for the week, discussing all the preparation and reflection that everyone did around quarterly planning. And so that's really the main focus. I'm not gonna share more. I'm gonna take some breaths, let the sun warm me up, and then get into things. So that's that, friends.
I would love, I mean, Martin just told me that you are the...
Good morning, my friends. It's Tuesday, and I got a pretty damn heavy cold. Got a quick client call at 9 now, 5 minutes. Broke my rule for this one in terms of morning meetings, but no regrets. And yeah, not 100%. We're flying back to Berlin tomorrow. Not the nicest to fly with colds as well. Often makes it worse. But I'm just gonna stretch now, hop on the call, see how many meetings I can cancel today or move. Just have a minimum amount of meetings and then take it easy, rest up, drink tea, already clean up the apartment and pack. So that's tomorrow we have a cozy travel day. So yeah, it's part of it, huh? Now I haven't properly exercised in like a couple of days now, just because I've been getting a little sick. And now I'm just so eager to get back into it, to get my runs in, my gyms in, all of that. Hey, that's life. Let's get it.
Oh baby, come in, yeah, come in. I cannot fathom this life without you. Come in, yeah, come in. This feels like home now. Come in and stay here, baby.
Okay, so we got two guys left here, both pretty sick. Alright, friends,
had my pre-kickoff call with the new client. Did the housekeeping. I moved 4 meetings, and I still have 1, 2, at least 4. But I got myself some space in between because I really don't feel like doing a back-to-back marathon. So sent out the emails, told the team, hey, I'm gonna do the minimum today. And then my boy Selim is even worse off. I think he got some fever laying in bed, so I'm gonna get outside, get some sunlight on my skin, some more water, go to the pharmacy, get us whatever they recommend, and then just do what needs to be done today, prep for our takeoff tomorrow, back to Berlin, and yeah, make the most out of it. The most recent vlog that I published was part 2 of the Switzerland vlogs. It's second most successful video in terms of views based on the first 1 day and 18 hours. It's kind of cool. You can always see how videos progress over time compared to the other videos. And we've been consistently kind of hitting now 1 to 1.5k views at least for these vlogs, which is epic. Like, I was ready to not get any views, like get 50 views for a fucking year, and I would have kept going. So the fact that some of y'all are watching this and enjoying this is very awesome, very motivating, and keep going. And yeah, that's that. Shout out to the team for having our back. I'm out, and it sucks because Selim also had about 4 sales calls. I think I had 3 or 4 sales calls. That sucks because that's potential revenue slipping through the cracks. But I assume we'll be able to reschedule all of them. And hey, that's that. Straight out of war. Ginger shot? What?
That's potent. Let's do it.
So, as like a 7-figure closer, week in the life, how do you deal with like being sick like this?
How do I deal with it? I mean, I was so fucking excited for the calls that I had today. Like, really cool people that I wanted to reconnect with, and yeah, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Just take my time to rest today. Nothing crazy, nothing that fucks me up. I think the best cure is to sleep and rest, and that's what I'm doing. Tomorrow I'm a little bit concerned about the flight. Yeah, but I'm thinking about getting a Xanax or anything that will just ease me down a bit, and then I think latest on Thursday I will be good again. Miles is taking care of me like a real brother.
We have to talk about balancing friendship with leadership responsibilities. Like this guy, one of my best friends, and when he doesn't perform, I need to slap him on his neck. Was that it?
Von der Struktur her, dann können wir vielleicht nächste Woche schon loslegen damit, wenn das so ist.
Good morning, my friends. It is Wednesday, 9 a.m. and today Selim and I also leave Barcelona and head back to Berlin. Yesterday was a rough day. Both were sick. Canceled pretty much all meetings and got little work done. I just rested up. And I feel better today. Still my nose full. My head is heavy and cloudy. But it could be worse. And so
did some housekeeping just to make sure there's no fires burning, but honestly, there are none because thanks to the team, they got our backs and getting to a place where I'm almost needed. So that's pretty dope. And with that, also 2 fun updates from the business. Notus were that first off, we have a new full-time content strategist, Agne, shout out to you. And she's a beast. She's been posting on LinkedIn, worked with another agency, and Max Rathmann from the team introduced her to me. We chatted, and then after 4 weeks of getting to know the team and the recruiting process, today is our official kickoff date, so we're very pumped about that and really assembling a very strong team here. That's the most exciting thing about all of this. And then at the same time, just an awesome client who we started working with 4 weeks ago, completed his setup with us, and today published his first LinkedIn post. It's doing very well. He gave us great feedback. He wants to increase the volume of content that we produce with him and thus also increase the scope. Another client just asked for an upsell. She also goes through our normal personal brand takeover service where we host calls and run up her LinkedIn profile. But now she asked if we can also produce a lead magnet and launch and run her newsletter. So yes, that is the second evolution of our service. So yes, we can, and we can talk about it. And so that's that. And just, doing my work check-in while not feeling 100%. I haven't worked out in like 4 days because of the sickness. You could be dreading those things when you feel less strong and resilient, but in this case it actually lifted my mood to be confronted with work. And big shout outs to everyone on the team, and in these vlogs of course you just see whoever is traveling with me or whoever I meet in person, but since we are a remote team there are a lot of key people in the team that you don't get to see that often in these videos, but they are equally important as the ones you do. And so shout out to all of y'all. Yeah, I mean, the Q4 plan is clear. We know what we have to do, and I can get into that in a separate video, perhaps in next week's video where I'll document a full week in Berlin again, and just how I approach the week, what really is top of mind, and what we're trying to build here. So that's the outlook. I'm super excited. And with that, let's get it going. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. It's been a roll in terms of video output, and I'm really enjoying it. And I'm just grateful for the positive feedback, the constructive feedback. And yeah, I will keep going. I can promise you that.
Yeah. Trying to make it right. Just wanna make it work. Yeah. Flowers in the rain. I should've bought you flowers in the rain. I spend hours in the day trying to.
Yeah, we just crossed 20,000 followers on LinkedIn. It's a nice one.
Ich kann nicht fühlen, was ich will, ich kann nur fühlen, was ich muss.
Wie geht's sonst?